Hello, everyone. As usual, I like to provide an overview of the assignment. We're going to read an interesting article about fear and how it connects to the mind and body. But before we get into that article, I wanted us to do a word association. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to create a word splash. So, the way that you're going to create a word splash is you're going to think of the word fear. And the fear has many definitions and many things that could be associated with fear. So to create this assignment, you're going to be given a blank Google slide. And similar to previous assignments where I'm going to ask you to add words and images, you're only going to need to do one slide. But this slide is a word splash. So of course, you got to have a lot of words that will and phrases and everything that will make that word splash stand out. So here are the requirements. Your word splash must contain at least 50 words or phrases or quotes that are associated with the topic of fear. Now, fear can be broken down into several categories. You have characteristics. So I gave you a couple of questions to look at to think about. Vocabulary. What are some words that when you think of the word fear that pop in your mind easily? Settings. Think about the movies, books, songs, etc. Is this normally a setting? What kind of setting is usually given that produces fear? There are certain authors, movies, books, characters that are associated with fear. Emotions. What is produced when someone has a fear? The plot. What are some conflicts? What could be a conflict that happens that may end up with fear or may have caused fear? Literary devices, which is similar to your literary elements. Whenever you read a selection or watch a movie or a television show, what are those literary devices that are always there? So I gave you a couple examples for that. And lastly, verbs and adjectives. Verbs are words that have action or a state of being, and adjectives describe nouns, which are person, place, or thing. So you'll have time in class to start this assignment for those who are in class. Those who are virtual, you may go ahead and do a rough draft before you do a final copy. Now, you will also notice on your Google slide there is a square. That square is for your central image. This image is what describes fear to you as a whole. It could be a clip art, it could be a photograph, as long as it's appropriate. Because remember, this is a school setting. As always, if you have a question, please feel free to ask me or leave a comment in the using the comment section, little comment button, or leave me a quick note. And if I don't respond to you instantly, send me a quick reminder to respond to you. And above all, have a good time with this assignment and don't be too scared. Take care.